are at the threshold of the holy month of Ramadan. It is the month of Rahmah, the month of where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's rahmah descends, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's compassion descends. It is that month where the actions are multiplied, and many times they are multiplied. And I want to speak about how we perceive this month, how we deal with this month. It's very important that how we focus on this month. See, often what you hear, and it's natural to a certain degree, is, oh, the month of Ramadan is here. And even if you don't say it, there's people who have that kind of mentality, oh, the month of Ramadan is here, and 18-hour fasts, they're long fasts, it's going to be difficult. That should not be the approach to this blessed month. We should thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has granted us the ability to reach this month again, that we reap the rewards of this month. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, in tansurullah yansurkum. If you help Allah, Allah will help you. How can you help Allah? You can't help Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Meanings, if you act upon the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah's help will be with you. Allah's help will be with you. If you have a positive impression of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will be with you. Throughout history, many of the greatest incidents or events of Islam took place in the month of Ramadan. Battle of Qadr, the greatest battle you could say which ever took place in the history of Islam, took place in the month of Ramadan. Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam descended to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and he said, who are the best of your companions? He said, alladhina shahidu badran, those who participated in the battle of Badr. He said, similarly, those angels who descended and helped on the day of Badr were the best of all the angels. Badr took place in the month of Ramadan. When they speak about the Sahaba radiallahu anhu, often after the name they have Badri, because they have a special status in Islam. Conquest of Makkah took place in the month of Ramadan. Subhanallah, can you imagine this? That the Sahaba radiallahu anhum are now coming back. They are conquering Makkah, the birthplace of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. When did it take place? They didn't say, look, let's delay it for after the month of Ramadan. No, it took place in the month of Ramadan. The conquest of Spain, Andalus, took place in the month of Ramadan, 7/11/92 Hijrah. The conquest of Andalus. You know how long Muslims stayed in Andalus altogether? 903 years, until 1614, until they expelled the Moriscos. 903 years. Tariq bin Ziyad, they started on the 28th of Ramadan. They fought through Eid for 8 days. And the time came that Andalus became the most powerful place on the face of this earth. When did it take place? It took place in the month of Ramadan. The Battle of Hittin, Salah ad-Din, when he demolished the Crusaders, month of Ramadan. Ainul Jalut, the battle against the Mongols. The second largest recorded empire ever in the history of humanity is the Mongols. The only empire which is recorded in history which is larger than the Mongol Empire is the British Empire. Mubarak to you all. This is the second largest. They reached Russia, they reached Bulgaria, they had destroyed the Khwarizm dynasty and the Abbasid dynasty. When they went into Baghdad, the last Caliph of the Abbasid, they were the ones who killed him. When they went into Baghdad, historians mention they killed approximately 800,000 Muslims. The two strongest dynasties of the Muslims they destroyed. You had the Muwahidun in Spain and Northern Africa who had just fragmented at the time. Really there was only one dynasty left. One, you could say, caliphate left. And that was in Egypt. If they took Egypt, they would have gone straight through the entirety of North Africa. And it's amazing how Allah uses people. You know who these people in Egypt were? They were the Mamluks. You know what Mamluks were? Mamluks are actually slaves. They were people who were slaves and then they took over Egypt. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stopped the Mongols. You know what the Muslims would say regarding the Mongols? They had become so disheartened, they would say, إِنْ قِيلَ لَكْ إِنَّ تَطَّارَكَ نِنْحَزَمُ فَلَا تُصَدِّقْ. If anybody says to you that the Mongols have been defeated, don't believe them. The Mongols are invincible. And in the month of Ramadan, in Ain al-Jalut, which is the fountain of Goliath, Saif ad-Din Quds annihilated the Mongols. And wallahi, there are many other incidents which happen in the month of Ramadan. The help of Allah descends in the month of Ramadan. But there is